Hi, my name is Ashley Wise and I go to Western Kentucky University. And my story begins in Sunday school where I accepted Jesus Christ into my life for the first time at the age of 9. I grew up in a Christian home and grew up hearing the story of how Jesus was sent from heaven to earth to die on a cross for my sins so that I could have everlasting life by putting my faith and my trust in Him. And at 9 years old, I believed that, but I was more interested in pleasing my parents. And so I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. All I knew was that people in my church were telling me that my life was going to be forever changed. And so, however, I really didn't feel changed at that point, and I just continued living my life as if nothing had ever happened. And so for the next 9 years of my life, I basically put God up on a shelf, and I still went to church. I did things with my youth group. I went to church camp, etc. But I was really more interested in just promoting my self-image and pleasing my parents rather than having this relationship with God and allowing Him to change my life. In high school, I would have said that God was my highest priority, but in reality, I was more interested in just using God and using church to glorify myself and make myself look good. And I tried to find much of my satisfaction in how others viewed me instead of how God viewed me. And I didn't see anything wrong with the way I lived because in comparison to everyone else, I saw myself as the better person. And because I was trying to find my satisfaction in worldly things, I lived my life feeling empty and discontent and just always searching for something more. And in the midst of my search, I hit a low point in my life where the weight of trying to be this good Christian person just became too much for me to handle. And during my low point, I got into this really bad disagreement with my parents, and I went into a rebellion. And my rebellion only led me into a deeper hole as I was trying to find my satisfaction in other worldly things like money or alcohol or relationships. But I quickly found out that when the money ran out and the alcohol wore off and when the relationships ended, that I had nothing left in this world, and this world had nothing left to offer me. And at that point, that's when I met Jesus for the first time. He rescued me from the lowest point of my life when I had nothing else to turn to, and that's when I realized that I needed God, and that salvation was nothing that I earned or deserved by any means, but that I just received it by the grace of God and because He loved me. And I learned that it doesn't matter if we're trying to be this good Christian person or do these good things to try to earn salvation, or if we're completely rebelling and turning away, because no matter what, God loves us and He sent His Son to die for us so that we could have this relationship with Him. And today, I don't find my satisfaction in the things I do anymore, but instead I find my satisfaction in Jesus Christ alone and in the person that He's created me to be. And that's my story, and thanks for listening.